On May 28, 2021, I filed a complaint in the United States District Court of Columbia against 5 defendants of the state of South Carolina. And they include the Office of South Carolina Governor, South Carolina Department of Administration, South Carolina Department of Employment Workforce, South Carolina Human Affairs Commission, South Carolina Office of Inspector General, for civil rights violation that turned into a big cover-up and a big conspiracy for bad acts that was committed against me unlawfully. And this is a copy of the verification sheet shown at the United States District Court. And I want to show you some additional documentation of the United States District Court as well. This is the beginning docket sheet of the United States District Court. And this is the current status of June 22nd, 2021 of the docket sheet from the United States District Court. When I went out on May 28, 2021 to serve the complaint, I had black t-shirt with white lettering made up. And on the front of one of the t-shirts, it says, "Stand with Clarence Jenkins Jr." And on the back of the t-shirt, it stated, "The state of South Carolina illegally discriminated against me. Because of this injustice, what carries me is the truth, the wrongdoing, and that no one has been held accountable. And that God and His Son Jesus Christ is on my side. And so, therefore, I have no fear of man." Now, this is the cover letter from the attorney that represents all 5 defendants. You have to wonder, why do the state of South Carolina go out and hire a big-time law firm to defend against one? And this is not the first time, it's not the second time, it's the 4th time that this has happened. When they have staff attorney at the agency. Because they want to keep my story hidden. Because my story is an embarrassment on the state of South Carolina. And it shows how government officials would lie, conspire, in order to cover up a wrongdoing, and how they will look out for one another. And so not only will the state of South Carolina do want my story hidden, the white media will not tell my story, the black media will not tell my story. But they'll tell you a story about a cat in a tree. And the firefighters went out with their ladders to get the cat out of the tree, but yet they will not tell my story of 5 major state agencies who have an active complaint filed in the United States District Court against them for civil rights violation. Now you think about that for a moment. Why? Because they want to keep my story hidden, because it's an embarrassment. The second thing, you have to wonder why the state of South Carolina do not want to address my story publicly. Because they do not want to give me the opportunity to tell my story and present the evidence in court or in public. But as again, it's my story. When everyone else refuses to tell my story, it's up to me to tell my story. And therefore, I'm telling my story. But in telling my story, I am seeking justice. Now, in this case, it's still being presided over Judge Paige Gossett, which I've already stated to you just how unfair she is. She has committed bias and prejudice against me on several cases for the defendant. So I will be filing papers against her being the magistrate judge on this case. I have no confidence in her ability as a United States magistrate judge. And so I do not have to worry about the state of South Carolina coming for me or harming me. They may try to do something illegally, but for it as having me arrested or filing charges against me in court for frivolous and malicious lawsuit, that ain't going to happen. Because the state of South Carolina want me in the courtroom. And they know since I have not been able to go through the front door, they sure ain't going to allow me to go through the back door. And the back door is that they will not file charges against me and bring me to court, because therefore I will have a right to due process. And I will request a jury trial. And that judge has two options. He can either dismiss the case and allow me to go home. But if we decide to keep the charge as they are, he would have to grant me my jury trial. And the state of South Carolina do not want me to have a jury trial on nothing. Because the truth and the evidence is substantial against them. And it's an embarrassment. This document here before you is a scheduling order by the United States District Court. I'm not going to show you all pages. But it gives an outline of when discovery is supposed to take place, when mediation is supposed to take place, and when other documents, motions, and affidavits are to be filed with the court regarding this case as we proceed. But if Judge Pegos has been anything like she has been in the past, she is going to probably omit all of these rulings in order to benefit the defendant. Even though she has stated them in writing, but when you bold and you arrogant and unlawful conduct, what you have in writing doesn't matter, because nobody is calling checks and balances on you. And so I'm still asking the United States Department of Justice to intervene on my behalf. I am the only one that has been harmed. Justice is still required. So if we go forward, I will provide additional documentation regarding this complaint that has recently filed in the United States District Court, Columbia, South Carolina, as of May 28th, 2021.